Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, September 11th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 663 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Donald Trump Jr.'s appeal for questions to ask his dad goes exactly how you'd think. U.S. pulls missile defenses in Saudi Arabia amid Yemen attacks. Married Detroit couple die of COVID hours apart, leaving behind 7 children. Alabama man dies of cardiac event after 43 hospitals with full intensive care units turned him away. Karl Anthony Towns defends Jordan Woods amidst weight loss backlash. This is all natural. 1 to go, Djokovic into U.S. Open final, nears year Grand Slam. AAC moves into rebuild mode as Sunbelt sees opportunity. Taliban celebrate beheading of Afghan soldier in grisly video. Racially profiled while apple picking, farm calls police on Massachusetts family. Afghan Special Forces commando held after armed police raid Manchester quarantine hotel. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Hamas threatens to escalate West Bank clashes after capture of fugitives, the Jerusalem Post. Diddy expands Star Island empire, buys Gloria and Emilio Estefan's pad, TMZ. Not getting vaccinated against COVID-19 is like driving while intoxicated, one health expert says, CNN. El Salvador's Bitcoin detractors, opposition groups gather as crypto law rolls out, Cointelegraph. Cam Newton off backup QB radar, ProFootballRumors.com. California recall candidate Larry Elder launches voter fraud website ahead of election, KCRA Sacramento. America's response to 9/11 was as damaging as the attack. It's not too late to change course, CNN. Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston appear at a photo call for the morning show in Beverly Hills, Daily Mail. Novak Djokovic vs. Alexander Zverev highlights 2021 U.S. Open semifinal, U.S. Open Tennis Championships. The 9/11 photos we will never forget, CNN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Steve from Blue's Clues recalls Playboy model date with wild twist in resurfaced video. Court refuses to release QAnon shaman Jacob Chantley before sentencing. Critics remind Dan Crenshaw that mandatory vaccines have existed in U.S. for decades. U.S. opens probe into possible civil rights violations of Florida's ban on mask mandates. Biden's vaccine rules ignite instant, aggressive GOP opposition. CNN's Jake Tapper attacks Joe Biden for scolding the unvaccinated. Mary Trump, it's disgraceful her uncle is spending 9/11 commenting on boxing match. GOP group held war game session for state AGs to discuss strategies if Trump lost. Claire Bailey drops video for debut solo single Have Mercy. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Historic paintings get serious TLC. Dolphins to host Don Shula celebration of life. Sheriff, 1-year-old girl found dead in vehicle. LMPD, 14-year-old boy charged with murder. Committee approves purchase of drone. County asks for restraining order against cafe. Police relations among issues raised at forum. Chicago USPS mail carrier safety concerns prompts changes. Military mom surprises family. Police chief and mayor speak on vaccinations. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. The photographs of 9/11. I wrote the Lead Times article on 9/11. Here's what still gripped me. Extreme weather updates. Hurricane Larry hits Newfoundland. How to watch the US Open Women's Final in the US and Canada. It's a godsend. 9-cent taxi rides in rural South Korea. Trump may be done, but the fight against his border wall goes on. Vaccine resistors seek religious exemptions, but what counts as religious? Everything changed overnight. Afghan reporters face an intolerant regime. Mountain of money fuels Newsom's surge to recall election finish line. Newsom's strategy for California recall, it's me or the abyss. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Pence reflects on 9/11, Biden admin's failings cannot diminish the heroism and service of U.S. military. K.T. McFarland, 20 years after 9/11 it's like we've been gut punched again. Still, don't count Americans out. Texas couple met on 9/11, after their plane was diverted to Canada. Djokovic, Medvedev win U.S. Open men's semis, head to Sunday's final. Justin Bannon, ex-NFL player, convicted in Colorado on attempted murder, assault charges. Greg Gutfeld, on 9/11 we didn't proclaim separate categories, we were Americans. Bill Maher rails against NFL over Black national anthem, it's segregation under a different name. Rand Paul, Kabul drone strike report devastating for Biden admin if true. In Graham, Biden administration cannot govern a nation they hate, they can only occupy it. Donald Trump slams not funny late night TV, reminisces about appearance on Jimmy Fallon. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, September 11th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Fourth stimulus check, is another relief payment coming in 2021? Federal vaccine mandate, how could the new COVID rules affect you? Browns Chiefs preview, AFC playoff contenders square off in week 1. Damiti Pongo on this year's VMA Awards in Brooklyn, it's going to be one for the books. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Reverend Kate Botterly and Strictlysian Wade strip off for life drawing class. Taliban behead Afghan soldier in chilling video then celebrate while holding severed head of victim. War of the Weeds, row over wild gardens at RHS flower shows. Mel B reveals that a 10-year controlling relationship left her with PTSD and horrendous anxiety. Queen will split her time between Windsor Castle and Buckingham Palace, royal expert claims. Hilarious Twitter account, No Context Brits showcases the best of British humor. Prince Andrew's lawyers claim court papers in Virginia Roberts' rape case were not properly served. New 200 million border force armada will patrol Britain's coastline to stop migrants. Jeremy Clarkson tells Cotswold locals of plans for 60-seat restaurant at Diddley Squat Farm. Emma Raducanu's U.S. Open final against Leila Fernandez will be shown on Channel 4. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Israel arrests 4 Palestinian fugitives who escaped prison. Queen offers thoughts and prayers on anniversary of 9/11. With more doses, Uganda takes vaccination drive to markets. Pope's Central Europe visit tests his health and diplomacy. Saudi Arabia, 20 years after 9/11, a country in the making. Lebanon gets a new government after 13 months of collapse. The world 9/11 created, the waning of the American superpower. Here's how Biden's new vaccine mandate compares with other nations' immunization rules. They risked their lives on the COVID front line. Now France has made 12,000 of them citizens. Netflix released the trailer for Diana, the musical. Some aren't sure the world needs it. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Every message was copied to the police, the inside story of the most daring surveillance sting in history. Kiramo Brown, best kiss of my life, Joan Rivers. I knew I was pushing buttons, Casey Musgraves on breaking country music taboos. Israel catches 4 of 6 Palestinian militants who escaped from jail. The disappeared in Mexico, Afghan female footballers and a giant puppet, human rights this fortnight in pictures. Freight Dogs by Giles Fought in Review, Surviving Africa's World War. I was absolutely terrified of Olivia, Sydney Sweeney on her White Lotus character. I'm the face of it, the people whose images came to define 9/11 reflect on the day. My father is turning 100, but will we make the party? Tim Dowling. America mourns on 20th anniversary of 9/11 terror attacks. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Watch, they're seen splashing in pond after California fire. 4 kids a firefighter who died in 9/11 discuss continuing his legacy at FDNY. Biden honors 9/11 victims ahead of 20th anniversary. Appeals court reinstates governor's ban on school mask mandates. World is on fire, exhausted Kentucky hospital staff lament dire COVID surge. Judge loosens Apple's grip on App Store in epic decision. Bauer won't pitch again this season, leave extended by MLB. The longest shadow, 9/11 leads to the militarization of U.S. police departments. This school district will offer $100 to vaccinated students. NYC subway breakdown blamed on power off button being hit. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. 9/11 anniversary, Biden calls for unity as U.S. remembers attacks. Escaped zebras spark double takes and denials in Maryland. Haiti PM asked to testify in president's assassination hearing. Hans Busen, France ex-health minister under investigation. 4 of 6 Palestinian prison escapees recaptured, Israel. Red carpet debut for Ben Ifer 2.0 in Venice. Pantelleria, 2 killed as tornado hits Italian island. Ethiopia, the country where a year lasts 13 months. Afghanistan, BBC catches up with Afghan journalist who fled Kabul. Rose Atkins on, lorry driver shortages. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. On the 20th anniversary of 9/11, America honors the memory of those who were lost. I still get letters, how the famous 9/11 photo of firefighters at Ground Zero came to be. Today in history for September 11th. Candidates weigh in on California recall prospects. Hotelier reacts to Biden's federal vaccine mandate. U.S. Army hosts Afghan evacuees at Texas base. Peyton Elizabeth Lee is the new duty. Judge loosens Apple's grip on App Store in ruling. Mask it or casket, Georgia college faculty, frustrated by lack of COVID-19 mandates, take a stand. U.S. gives first look at base hosting Afghan evacuees. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. West Hollywood to require COVID-19 vaccination proof at restaurants, bars, nightclubs. California lawmakers vote to speed up state process for terminally ill to end their lives. Orange County Supervisor Andrew Du confirms COVID-19 diagnosis. How to get live coverage of the 2021 California recall election. Biden is expanding rapid COVID test production for home use. Here's what to expect. Some Central Valley hospitals on the brink as COVID-19 surge hits crisis point. Police seek woman in Larry Elder attack as his supporters claim a double standard. I mailed in my ballot. How can I tell if it's been counted? Gimme shelter. How recall candidates say they fix California housing problems. Election watchers snap photos of workers, challenge voter signatures as recall nears. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, September 11th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Mumbai woman, raped and tortured with iron rod inside tempo in Sakinika, dies in hospital. U.S. drone strike that Pentagon said killed Kabul suicide bomber actually killed 8 worker and 7 children who ran to greet him when he arrived home. Video allegedly shows he filled car with water, not explosives. Final U.S. drone strike in Kabul may have been deadly error. Trump considering attending mega rally in Brazil to endorse Bolsonaro's re-election, report. Myanmar, reports of 15 or more killed after nationwide uprising call. Australia's treasurer says economy must diversify from China reliance. Jurassic-era winged lizard unearthed in Chile. Catalan separatists are expected to jam the streets of Barcelona on Saturday in a test of their strength ahead of fresh negotiations with Spain's government. The protest coincides with Catalonia's National Day, or Diada, which commemorates the 1714 fall of Barcelona. A Twitter user insulted a German politician. Police then raided his house. Denmark lifts all COVID restrictions, crediting high vaccine uptake. Prince Andrew, Duke of York, served with legal papers for sexual assault lawsuit, according to U.S. court document. U.S. forces were training the Guinean soldiers who took off to stage a coup. The world's most influential conservation Congress passed resolutions Friday calling for 80% of the Amazon and 30% of Earth's surface, land and sea, to be designated protected areas to halt and reverse the loss of wildlife. New Lebanese PM, will work with any country, except Israel, of course. Prince Andrew served with paperwork in sexual assault lawsuit. The next headlines are from Forbes. BMW still hedging bets with electric cars, despite renewed focus. These are the winners of the 2021 Great American Beer Festival. COP26 and carbon imperialism, a showdown looming. A House committee put some major transportation proposals into a draft reconciliation bill. 27 down, 1 to go, Novak Djokovic moves into U.S. Open final, 1 victory from the Grand Slam. Review, Malignant is a wildly inconsistent but gloriously bunkers right into the unexpected. Biden administration opens civil rights probe into Florida's mask mandate ban. Disney to premiere remaining 2021 films exclusively in theaters. Blackpink passes Justin Bieber as the most subscribed YouTube channel in history. NFL kickoff game scores largest audience in 6 years, NBC says. The next headlines are from Nature.com. 5 books from the Alnif Crater Traveling Library. How COVID is derailing the fight against HIV, TB and malaria. Trove of CRISPR-like gene-cutting enzymes found in microbes. Pivotal climate summit dogged by COVID and equity concerns. COVID in kids and fossil fuel limits, the week in infographics. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,730,805,618 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are In order: China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Emma Raducanu's historic US Open final broadcast to be shared across Amazon Prime Video and Channel 4 in the UK. America Latina's review: Italy's D'Innocenzo brothers are guilty of empty posturing in this pretty, muddled puzzle. Foo Fighters' Everlong returns to charts after band's performance with 11-year-old Nandi Bushell. A Banquet review: female-forward horror movie is starved for a good scare. India's Yash Raj Films launches Safi card to support film industry workers exclusive. ABC reimagines a simpler logo for a more complex era. Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez take center stage at the last Duel premiere, but Jodie Comer's performance stokes applause. Zalif review: scientific beliefs clash with superstition in Iranian horror entry. French Day for Night: Variety's Stephen Gatiss honored by France's Ministry of Culture. Ecuador's Tropico Cine snags TIFF Discovery film Lo Invisible by Javier Andrade, Bow's trailer exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Wall Street was once the home of the Big Bang's 9/11 led to a radical reinvention. Arizona dumps bonds after Ben & Jerry's stop selling in Israeli-occupied territories. Head of Louisiana police says he would welcome a Department of Justice probe into racial profiling. 6 more people connected to the Capitol riot plead guilty. Prince Andrew is served with papers in a civil suit over sexual assault allegations. After more than 500 days, Denmark has ended its COVID restrictions. What the ruling in the Epic Games v Apple lawsuit means for iPhone users. Families of undocumented immigrants lost on 9/11 continue to search for closure. Biden calls for unity in his address commemorating the September 11th attacks anniversary. Hill is in intensive care after surgery but says he's doing well. The following headlines are from The Week. 5 cartoons about America's losing COVID battle. Lawyer for parents who challenged Florida mask mandate ban not surprised by court's reinstatement. Books, churches, what will Canadians burn next? Kristen Stewart suggests Princess Diana signed off on her Spencer performance, citing spooky, spiritual feelings. Trump is reportedly open to endorsing Jair Bolsonaro's re-election, possibly at a mega rally featuring them both. The week's best photojournalism. Alanis Morissette reportedly makes statutory rape allegations in new documentary, They're All Pedophiles. Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton clarifies that she did not release multiple zebras into D.C. suburbs. Do Republicans have an alternative to vaccine mandates? Apple must change App Store rules in a victory for the makers of Fortnite. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. On the Porch celebrates Terlingua and its residents. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Why are rubble pile asteroids shaped like diamonds? There should be more material left over from bombardment eras. Maybe the sun blew it all away? Astronomers create 3D printed nebulae. Perseverance drills another hole, and this time a sample is intact. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, September 11th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. A new coral reef atlas you can explore. Here are the 2022 Breakthrough Prize winners. The next news is from Politico. Newsom's rebound papers over broader trouble for Democrats. Biden administration opens investigation into Florida school masking policies. Biden emphasizes unity, hope in 9/11 remarks. Apple wins round 1. Round 2 will come from Washington. Newsom slams elder for extension of the big lie ahead of California recall. Prosecutors, January 6 defendants should expect jail time. Appeals court reinstates Florida ban on school mask mandates, delivering win to DeSantis. New CDC studies show waning vaccine effectiveness against hospitalization in elderly. Democrats plot shutdown prevention patch into December. Giuliani associate pleads guilty in foreign donation scheme. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. AFL 2021 live updates. Bulldogs early bombardment shell shocks power. NRL 2021 finals live updates. Roosters defeat Titans in one-point thriller. Rabbitohs level with Panthers. Weekend sunshine. Why May should thank Hawking if he plays in the grand final. Tigers considering chasing Elliott as club prepares for call on Maguire. Walker the Roosters hero as late kick wins thriller against Titans. Australia COVID live updates. Infections surge again as NSW records 1,599 and Victoria 450. Virus at Geelong camp ahead of preliminary final route. Bittersweet. Melbourne fans prepare for flag drought to end away from MCG. Fresh air is the safest place to be. Hazard raises easing more outdoor restrictions. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. When people retreated from cities to the suburbs due to COVID, low-skilled workers left behind pay the price. Financial crime. The theft was fatal. Employee used 189 credit card refunds to embezzle nearly $200,000, bankrupting packaging firm. Financial crime. South Korean plant poacher snatched $600,000 worth of plants from state parks and tried to ship them to Asia. The big move. My mother-in-law moved into our rental home years ago and made $60,000 in upgrades. We now want to sell. Should we repay her? The big move. My wife and I have nearly $600,000 in our investment portfolio. Should we buy a home outright or get a mortgage? American credit scores have continued to climb, even without stimulus checks. Here's why. This trader survived the toxic smoke cloud on 9/11 only to be diagnosed with aggressive bladder cancer. The moneyest. My wife makes 65% of my salary. She wants me to pay her student loans. What should I say? The Wall Street Journal. Biden administration releases $25 billion pluses in pandemic relief funds for hospitals and other healthcare organizations. Biden on prospective legal challenges to his vaccine mandate from Republican governors. Have at it. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. U.S. judge gets it right. AI doesn't get patents. Tech dirt. Apple granted 2 patents for self-driving car systems, electronic design. Why including an algorithm is important for software patents. Part 2, Intellectual Property, United States, Mondac News Alerts. For President-elect, John C. Warner, Chemical and Engineering News. U.S. District Court holds that AI algorithms cannot be listed as inventors on patents. J.D. Supra. Inflated patent filings of low quality, the outcome of China's subsidies. New research finds IM. Patent Office in neutral as it awaits Biden's pick to lead it. Bloomberg Law. ARRI launches multiple challenges to the validity of lighting effect patents. News shooter. The next headlines are from Quartz. Can you report your employer for not following the new U.S. vaccine rules? American Muslims are at high risk of suicide. Italy added vaccine passports, and domestic tourism is as high as ever. Luckiest man alive. Why 9/11 first responders' outlooks may improve even as physical health fails. Weekend brief. The DFI is hitting the fan. India is turning the site of a colonial massacre into an Instagram-friendly attraction. Apple's App Store just suffered an epic blow in federal court. Amazon's free U.S. college tuition offer is worth only $5,250 a year. How to take stock of your life. Religious exemptions complicate vaccine mandates. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Huge GTA 4 mod started in 2014 shuts down due to hostility from Take-Two Interactive. US judge gets it right, AI doesn't get patents. Cop who killed a suicidal man less than 11 seconds after entering his house convicted of murder. Proton Mail turned over French activist's IP address to law enforcement following a request from Swiss authorities. Facebook says it violates the terms of service of their new supervision glasses if you cover the I'm recording you LED. Apple mostly, but not entirely, wins against Epic, no antitrust violation, but must tweak practices to comply with CA law. Daily Deal, the complete 2021 cybersecurity super bundle. Brazilian president bans social media companies from removing disinformation and abuse. Amazon, SpaceX throw hissy fits as they bicker over government contracts, subsidies. Police department caught falsifying evidence logs used in trial of PD employee who was caught falsifying evidence logs. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Premier League. Vicente Fernandez. Coastal Carolina football. Novak Djokovic. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. 9/11 attack. Flight 93. Lucifer. 2022 WRX. 9/11 Memorial. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Libya risks slipping into new round of civil war and violence if crucial December elections not held, UN envoy. You cannot slam a punch into his face like that, outrage as bare-knuckle boxer lands blow on already unconscious rival, video. Businessman offers to swap Buran spaceplane replica for skull of Kazakhstan's last Khan as Russia seeks return of legendary craft. Pussy Riot's Alyakhin given 1 year of restricted freedom as another Russian opposition figure is convicted in sanitary case. Ronaldo brings magic back to Premier League but pressure on Solskjaer to get best out of squad, Man Utd icons sharp to RT Sport. Minnesota nursing home teenage aides caught having fun while stripping and twerking in front of resident with dementia, media. Lockdown looms over Australia's Queensland after 5 local COVID-19 infections. 2 decades on from 9/11, the U.S. has paid a heavy price for its war on terror. 4 Palestinian militants captured by police after escaping from Israeli prison by tunnel earlier this week, to remain at large. Food exports from Russia keep surging as Turkey and Europe ramp up purchases. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Leftists have appointed themselves as our cultural educators, but they have nothing to teach. China reveals flight control system to land hypersonic drone. Mysterious radio signals from the center of the Milky Way detected. Trudeau's chances of winning snap election dwindle as conservatives surge. The unseen costs of the war on terror. New study finds excess suicides in Japan surged due to COVID restrictions. IPCC's "No one is safe" slogan is deeply misleading, Schellenberger. PLA military on alert as U.S. carrier for first time launches F-35 stealth jets in South China Sea. Justice Breyer issues warning to Democrats who want to remake Supreme Court. Exxon to start measuring and disclosing shale gas emissions amidst ESG pressure. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Have the BRICS moved the center of economic and political power? More U.S. studies show COVID vaccines protect from serious illness. Afghan flights into U.S. paused because of 4 measles cases. U.S. pulls missile defenses in Saudi Arabia amid Yemen attacks. China's Wang Yi tells Vietnam to avoid magnifying sea dispute. PM Al-Bankurti, will U.S. troops retreat from Kosovo too? The War on Terror and the Disciplining of American Muslims. Israel hits Hamas sites in Gaza over a rocket firing, military. Haiti prosecutors seek to interview PM over Jovenel Moses killing. Refugees fear COVID risk in Australian immigration detention. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Carney, 20 years ago Whitney Houston reminded us of the power of the flag, the anthem, and America. Watch 5 men rescue elderly couple from burning car, these guys are heroes. Iran attacks Kurdish militants in Iraq. Ohio Gov candidate Jim Renaxi, we need to clean our own house before accepting Afghan refugees. Massachusetts veteran found dead in VA staircase after month-long search. Mike Pence launches American Freedom Podcast. Democrat Budget Committee Chairman, we have power to create as much $sign as we need to spend. Charles Hurt, meet the new American Taliban government. UN staff in Afghanistan fear for their lives after Taliban takeover. Joe Biden takes credit for 21 evacuated Americans as flight stall in Afghanistan over heat concerns. The next headlines are from UPI News. Woman wins $1.20 after playing same lotto numbers for a year. Overdue book returned to Scottish Library after 14 years. Watch, African serval on the loose in California County. Ig Nobel Prize is awarded for chewing gum research, upside-down rhino. Watch, alligator tries to bite woman's paddleboard at Florida State Park. Watch, police reunite Illinois State Fair visitor with lost dentures. World's longest basketball game tops 120 hours in New York. Look, stowaway gecko takes 4,000-mile trip in traveler's bra. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Bank that lost 66 workers on 9/11 has paid for all their kids to go to college. The New Orleans levees held, passing their first major test since Hurricane Katrina. Curious whale nudges paddleboarder in Argentina in stunning video, watch. Thailand is making COVID-19 protective gear from upcycled bottles. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, September 11th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Sex can relieve nasal congestion, and other work honored by 2021 Ig Nobels. Van smashes through Dutch toy store window to steal Lego and Pokemon toys. Woman misses flight, falsely claims bomb on plane at Florida airport, sheriff says. Man dies after being crushed by his own car in McDonald's drive-thru. Affidavit, Texas man murdered woman, shot her husband, because they voted for Biden. Rolling Stones tour manager Mick Brigden dies after accident at home while digging grave for dog. How did artifacts, thousands of years old, turn up in a Mississippi alligator stomach? Gunman holding a baby shoots at 3 women during road rage clash, Ohio police say. Oklahoma governor removes only physicians from medical board. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. iBrave offers unlimited cloud hosting abilities for under $100. I'd prefer an ankle tag over a quarantine app. 5 reasons why video games should be mandatory in every classroom. Google search finally has a dark mode, here's how to turn it on. Redshifts led bike pedals claim to keep cyclists safer than regular lights. I cannot believe I have to say this, GPT-3 cannot channel dead people. Scientists discover mysterious quantum pressure emanating from a black hole. You can book travel insurance for your next trip to space. Wait, what? The downside to surveilling your neighbors. Enjoy a bubble of cool with this Eva Chill portable air conditioner and power bank, now under $100. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, September 11th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards contract for software licenses, maintenance, support. NASA awards launch services contract for GOES-U mission. NASA's Perseverance rover collects puzzle pieces of Mars history. NASA invites media to next SpaceX commercial crew space station launch. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Choked with their own headscarf, Utah Muslims reflect on 9/11 and its aftermath. Our presence in Afghanistan was a good thing. Utah veterans reflect on the horrors they saw, the sacrifices they made, the hopes they have. Utah football defensive ends Van Fillinger and Xavier Carlton performing well in their second season. Commentary, is 9/11 a day, or is it an era? Watch, Tribune sports writers talk BYU joining the Big 12, Utah versus BYU game. Growing legacy fire in Davis County now estimated at 300 acres. It's a big week for BYU football. It's a bigger week for running back Lopini Katoa. How much will it cost BYU to get out of non-conference football games? Maybe less than first thought. This summer was hotter than the Dust Bowl summer of 1936, Noah says. Jana Reese, why did BYU erase a prominent historian, and why isn't it saying why? The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. New Texas law tries making it illegal for social media sites to ban users over political viewpoints. Samus announces 10% price hikes on most speakers. China bans all new video games. Indonesian intelligence agency compromised in suspected Chinese hack. Apple risks losing billions of dollars annually from ruling. Study links too much free time to lower sense of well-being. A secretive Pentagon program that started on Trump's last day in office just ended. The mystery has not. Apple pays hackers 6 figures to find bugs in its software, then it sits on their findings. Wide-ranging solar winds probe sparks fear in corporate America. Google could be violating labor laws with pay for temp workers. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. 3 men charged in East St. Louis shooting that injured 7 people. Largest sport bike ride is back in St. Louis. Father of Wentzville fallen Marine is thankful for everyone's support during Wednesday's processional. Flags of Valor offer valuable teaching moments for children. My baby is damaged for life, 3-year-old in critical condition after East St. Louis shooting. East St. Louis announces citywide curfew following shooting that left 7 injured. New movie uses the Missouri Botanical Gardens Garden Glow for redemption. Illinois to become first Midwest state to adopt carbon-free electric grid. Hug a thug mentality, Missouri sheriff takes aim at state's controversial gun rights law. Budweiser changes 9/11 ad that only aired once for 20th anniversary. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. U.S. marks 20 years since 9/11, in shadow of Afghan war's end. Travelers in San Diego react to increase in fines for mask rule violators. Urias earns MLB leading 17th win, Dodgers beat Padres 3-0. Newsom, first partner cast ballots as new poll shows he may beat recall. Charter school network co-founder sentenced to state prison for fraud. Recall election, San Diego County prepares for in-person voting. Woman, 19, killed in shooting. San Diego County offers refugee support through Afghan-led advocacy groups. County reports 1,031 COVID-19 infections, another rise in hospitalizations. It's a hot topic amongst our membership, local police union pushing back on vaccine mandate. The next headlines are from SUP China. Top news about China. Biden has a phone call with Xi. Chinese-born professor in Tennessee cleared of all spying charges and rebuked to U.S. Department of Justice. The rise and fall of Shanghai's coffee king. Resurfaced Simu Liu interview spurs nationalist backlash against Zhongqi. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Why wait 8 months to get a booster shot? Doctors explain. See how Lower Manhattan has changed in 20 years. 7 groups of mosquitoes test positive for West Nile virus in Contra Costa this year. CDC study, those unvaccinated are 11 times more likely to die of COVID-19. CA recall, Santa Clara County sees low voter turnout. 2 CHP officers die from COVID-19 complications this week, officials. Conventions return to SF's Moscone Center for first time in 18 months. Oakland Pride cancels in-person festival, goes virtual. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. The latest, Defense Secretary remembers fallen teammates. This date in baseball. A tribute to those who have fallen, list of 9/11 remembrances throughout suburbs this week. The latest, Taliban flag flies at Afghan presidential palace. Prince Andrew's lawyers question service of legal documents. Let's roll, Todd Beamer's father on the valiant fight for Flight 93. Tottenham loses perfect record in EPL in 3-0 loss at Palace. Biden, Obama, Clinton mark 9/11 in NYC with display of unity. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. 24 of Seattle's quirkiest landmarks and where to find them. Croc and Iceplex grand opening, live music, car show, more happening in Seattle this weekend. Potential vote to recall Seattle City Council member Kshama Sawant will not be on November 2nd ballot. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Constant 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth, 56.07 km, in South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands November 9, 2021, 9:23 UTC, no people within 100 km. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Larry 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.421 million. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Olaf 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.306 million. Red alert for Tropical Cyclone Chanthu 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 30.248 million. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Burkina Faso, Benin, Central African Republic, Cameroon, Ghana, Niger, Nigeria. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Brazil. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, September 11th in the Greenwich Mean Time time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Man shoots girlfriend and her sister before dying by suicide in Northeast Houston, HPD says. Eye on the Gulf, 94L poised to become our next tropical storm or depression in the Gulf. Overturned 18-wheeler blocks I-45 northbound lanes near downtown. Peeping Tom suspect shot to death outside North Houston home. Harris County Precinct 4 deputy constable involved in major crash, 12-year-old ejected from car. Beautiful today, but keep an eye on the Gulf this weekend. Exclusive video shows frightening moments. Sugarland mom gets robbed, my baby's in there. Deputies hailed heroes for quick rescue of 82-year-old shoved into car by suspect. Texas tops list of most popular destinations for international homebuyers. 4-year-old girl dies in Galveston County as first COVID-related death of a child. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Iran says UN Atomic Agency head arriving in Tehran for talks. Merkel calls migrant push at EU's border unacceptable. Queen offers thoughts and prayers on 9/11 anniversary. Germantown seeks owner of baby ostrich found in local park. India, Australia call for global action in Afghanistan. The latest, crowded sports stadiums, virus combustible mix. Morocco's king appoints a new PM after poll victory. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. When NYC public schools reopen Monday, some parents plan to sit it out. Why we united after 9/11, but less so for COVID. NYC observes the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. Extra extra, this is why you don't cast a 27-year-old as a teenager. NY releases data on COVID breakthrough infections, unvaccinated make up 21 times more hospitalizations. De Blasio promises answers after NYPD personal vehicles take over brand new bike lane. MTA power failure caused by someone who accidentally pushed wrong button, report says. De Blasio digs in as city workers raise alarm ahead of Monday's mandate to return to the office. Exhibit explores how rising sea levels threaten NYC and beyond. All vegan, all plantain-based delights at DeKalb Markets, Kelluel. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. First person, a refuge from COVID misinformation. Elections represent an opportunity for stability and unity in Libya. Gooders, South-South cooperation more essential than ever. Common Sensing Project builds climate resilience for small island nations. Yemen, as conflict drags on, no quick wins, UN envoy. Pandemic increasing risk factors for suicide, UN Health Agency warns. Human rights abuses intensifying in Eastern Dr. Congo, UNHCR. Taliban response to protests increasingly violent, UN Rights Office warns. The future of the UN, time to think big, urges Gooders. South-South and triangular cooperation to help achieve UN's development goals. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. San Diego declares COVID misinformation a public health crisis. 14 ways official reports agreed with conspiracy theorists on 9/11. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Biden presses states to require vaccines for all teachers. How 9/11 heralded 20 years of internet conspiracy theories. Teen Dream, Raducanu, 18, Fernandez, 19, into U.S. Open final. 20 years later, fallout from toxic WTC dust cloud grows. Did National Archives put harmful language alert on U.S. Constitution? White House Competition Council seeks lower consumer prices. Did Ben Franklin leave $2,000 each to Boston and Philadelphia? Is Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returning with crowds? Queen's London representative says Royals back BLM movement. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Q&A on Biden's COVID-19 vaccine or test rule. Social media posts mislead on COVID-19 vaccines, deaths in Afghanistan. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Maybe it's finally time for you to get a vaccine card holder. Here are 8. Bruised, naked, dumped, the mystery death of New York's Jane Doe. How 9/11 musical Come From Away became a heartwarming surprise. Since 9/11, Wall Street has put money over Marines and profits over patriotism. Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain fooled us all with Hollywood's oldest trick in the book. Even the loose change 9/11 truthers think MAGA conspiracies are nuts. What did we do to deserve a celebrity activist competition show? How the Texas abortion law could sink a Republican in Virginia. The World Trade Center was hated even before it was built. The vindication of Truman Capote. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Cubs vs. Giants prediction, Kevin Gausman keeps rolling. Renter says Ellie Tahari's home is a vermin-infested hellhole. Karl Anthony Towns defends Jordan Woods amid plastic surgery accusations. My 29 minutes of hell between the Twin Tower collapses. Favored Texas should be afraid of Arkansas. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Untangling the Tarantula Nebula, the sky's largest stellar nursery. M. Snapshot, M. Dusty light veers from a black hole's throat. I. Ask Astro I. How did Earth's gravity capture, then lose, a 50-year-old rocket booster? I. The sky this week. I. Neptune reaches opposition. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Upside-down rhinos win scientists' Ig Nobel Prize. Researchers who dangled rhinos upside down earn Ig Nobel. U.S. likely surpasses 1936 record for hottest summer ever, NOAA says. White House announces COVID-19 vaccine mandates. Biden announces sweeping new coronavirus vaccine mandates. Los Angeles School Board votes to mandate COVID-19 vaccines for students 12 and older. Scientists discover giant prehistoric swimming head creature. Los Angeles mandates COVID vaccines for eligible students. Oil-soaked birds found near oil spill at refinery in wake of Hurricane Ida. Special report, Biden announces new COVID-19 response plan, including vaccine mandates. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Right-wing and left-wing authoritarians, pretty much the same, report. Landmines found on Florida beach, Air Force bomb squad responds. Governor Hochul to sign bill granting first responder status to NY 911 operators, dispatchers. Auto worker opens shop and wins $1 M lottery on same day. Matriarch of family charged in Pike County killings pleads guilty. Schumer and other NY lawmakers vow to fully fund 9/11 healthcare program. Apple must loosen its grip on App Store purchases, and the 30% commissions they carry, judge rules. Rudy Giuliani claims Biden should stay out of NYC on 9/11 anniversary, he doesn't belong here. 9/11 forged forever friendships between strangers who connected through tragedy. Governor Ron DeSantis wins appeal, Florida's ban on mask mandates remains. The following headlines are from military.com. U.S. Navy SEALs, Cyprus Special Forces hold anti-terror drill. Green Berets in Guinea escorted by security team after president's overthrow. Wyoming troop deaths 20 years apart bookend Afghanistan war. Measles cases halt Afghan evacuee flights from 2 key bases. The 9/11 terror attacks are losing recruiting power with today's troops. U.S. gives first public look inside base housing Afghans. Slowing housing, food allowance raises could save the Pentagon billions, congressional report says. Military contractor claims it's not liable in Abu Ghraib case. A generation shaped by 9/11, stories of Americans inspired to serve. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. 2 dead, 14 others wounded in city shootings since late Friday afternoon, police say. Daywatch Special Edition, looking back on 9/11, 20 years later. Jack Walsh, who started mobile broadcast operation that handled sports and other events, dies at 67. As another violent summer ends in Chicago, Mayor Lori Lightfoot vows to fight crime, but critics say the city is in crisis. Dozens gather downtown Friday to protest new Texas abortion law as Illinois Planned Parenthood clinics see Texas patients. 2 men killed in separate Chicago incidents Friday afternoon. Man charged in shooting death of 1 man, wounding of another in East Garfield Park, police said. Pro-choice supporters protest new Texas abortion law. Tim Edders, who overcame many challenges, including colorblindness, to become prolific muralist, dies. His work adorned many schools. "We're going after gangs," Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown redistributes many community safety team officers. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Radioactive rhino horns may deter poachers in Africa. Storm olive drenches Mexico's Baja California. Nature Congress calls for protecting 30% of Earth, 80% of Amazon. Prehistoric winged lizard unearthed in Chile. Mars rocks collected by Perseverance boost case for ancient life. Zoo Atlanta, positive virus tests among gorilla population. California firefighters chase new fires ignited by lightning. Image, Hubble captures a sparkling cluster. Engineered coal cold make carbohydrates, renewable fuel, from CO2. Researchers reconstruct major branches in the tree of language. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, September 11th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The 19 best dog foods for 2021. How do archaeologists crack the code of dead languages? Color conundrum, scientists search for the blackest black. The 18 best dog foods for sensitive stomachs. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Tokachi Millennium Forest captures a vast and visionary landscape that's as much about people as it is about plants. In the GOP, voter ID is a slam dunk, except in Nebraska. Queen offers thoughts and prayers on 9/11 anniversary. Ronaldo to make second United debut starting against Newcastle. COVID cases show up in Washington schools, but it's too early to say how schools are doing at reducing transmission. Tech review, Samsung's folding phones keep getting better. Painting over Seattle's graffiti is a game of whack-a-mole, the taggers have won. The TSA was born after 9/11, how the day forever shaped the way we think about airport security. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. High school football, Bellarmine blasts on Leandro, alum Brad Bowers. Photos, Bay Area High School Football Week 3. Gordon Huther artwork makes a splash at Sunnyvale Office Park. Patriotism-fueled military enlistment after 9/11 remains strong 20 years later. September 11th attacks changed us but also showed what holds us together. Plan to build 13 houses in East Bay gets the thumbs down. East Bay Town Council to appoint someone to fill vacancy. photos, Bay Area News Group photojournalist reflects on covering Ground Zero aftermath on 9/11 20th anniversary. 49ers at Lions, 5 keys to winning the season opener. Editorial, reject partisan effort to recall Gavin Newsom. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Loved ones remember victims at Ground Zero ceremony on 20th anniversary of 9/11. Bell chimes at the World Trade Center, signaling the start of commemorations marking 20 years since. Trump uses 9/11 anniversary to slam Biden, he surrendered in defeat. For World Trade Center cook, surviving 9/11 led to activism. Biden marks 9/11 anniversary with tribute, call for unity. Aaron Von Ellinger, ex-Idaho lawmaker, arrest warrant issued on rape charges. Arizona to divest all Unilever holdings over Ben & Jerry's Israel boycott, state treasurer says. Joe Biden honors those who died on 9/11 in video message. Prince Andrew served with U.S. civil suit, lawyers say. The next headlines are from The Intercept. FBI terrorism stings, 2 decades of national security theater. 9/11 and the Saudi connection. Raploid Doggett dismisses Senate proposal to use veterans' rates for drug pricing reform. King Mansion. The most terrifying thing about 9/11 was America's response. Rap Pramila Jayapal leads Democrats in urging Biden to limit nuclear weapons. How post-9/11 visions of an imperiled homeland reshaped America. Their fathers were caught in the 9/11 dragnet. Guantanamo came to define their lives. New documents provide new evidence U.S.-funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Notre Dame kicker Jonathan Doerer comes up big in key moment. Taco Bell brings back breakfast menu nationwide. Chicago Outdoors, Hummingbird, Monarchs, Patrick McManus on smoked fish, Chino Lakes Muskies. COVID safety protocols abound as Pitchfork Music Festival 2021 gets underway. Vegas bookmaker Dave Sharapan is back from the brink. What is the NWSL, CBS really saying with its poorly scheduled championship game? Why 2022 should be the Fire's focus soon. Bears vs Rams, what to watch for. 4 killed, 2 minors among 12 others wounded in citywide gun violence Friday. As Brandon Hagel's Blackhawks career explodes, his father watches in amazement. He did it all. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Why Vijay Rupani may have resigned as Gujarat CM and who could be his successor. Stars welcome back at home with full enthusiasm. IPL, MI welcome Rohit, Bumrah, see riot humor. Did you know these facts about 9/11 terror attacks? What makes vaccinated people prone to breakthrough infections? 20 years of 9/11, how the morning of horror unfolded. 9/11 attacks, 20 years on, Muslims continue to face hostility. Apple has a warning for bikers with iPhones. Mumbai woman, raped and tortured with rod, dies. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Review, Comp at White Oak Music Hall, September 10, 2021. AG Paxton files multiple suits over mask mandates. No more temperature checks at HISD. Daily gather this fall, turkey leg hut in Coog's house. Things to do, the best things to eat and drink in Houston this weekend. New look Texans launch 2021 season against Jacksonville. Best of Houston 2021, Best Hot Dog. Preview, My Fair Lady Viaducts at the Hobby Center. Best of Houston 2021, Best Deep Dish Pizza. Best of Houston 2021, Best Ice House. The next headlines are about world records making news. Washing machine sees scuppers paddle boaters world record bid, but leaves Highland Hospice 1,800 better off, Ross Shire Journal. Elaine Thompson Harris hunt for the world record, the boar. Guinness World Record winning marine survey is celebrating 90 years, Plymouth Live. Futurican electric truck goes 683 miles on a single charge, sets Guinness World Record, car scoops. Dad of twins breaks 2 world records on racing scooter, Lancashire Telegraph. Australia-based Kerala girls aim record to sing 193 national anthems for World Peace Lifestyle Women English Monorama, on Manorama. Potential world record catfish landed in Connecticut, Field and Stream. World's longest basketball game tops 120 hours in New York, UPI News. Image of the day, Australian man sets world record for longest plank, India Today. This Army combat medic has broken yet another Paralympic world record, task and purpose. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Instagram is reportedly working on an update that will allow you to see your favorites first. Another court rules that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis can indeed ban school mask mandates. Dragonlance's creators are creating a new RPG world with D&D's rules. The Lower Decks mid-season trailer promises so much Star Trek fun on the horizon. 2021 Disney movies committed to theaters as new release dates reach into 2024. Twitch takes its trolls to court. As trial for Backpage's founders begins, their free speech defense is flailing. Google reportedly shortchanged temps around the globe, potentially costing them $100 million in wages. This week's toy news is starting spooky season early. You may have to get a COVID-19 vaccine to fly. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Abadan in Iran at 113.9 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.5 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Concordia in Antarctica at minus 92.02 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 68.9 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Aliens board game is another ho-hum dungeon crawler. California Senate passes warehouse workers bill, taking aim at Amazon. Porsche and Siemens break ground on low-carbon fuel plant in Chile. Star Trek Day celebrates 55 years with Picard, Prodigy trailers, and more. Unvaccinated are 5x more likely to catch Delta, 11x more likely to die. Report, Google has illegally underpaid thousands of temp workers since 2019. Your standard SSD might work as an Xbox storage expansion. House bill would eliminate natural gas, impose sweeping changes on economy. Texas law could force social media to host misinformation and hate speech. Further testing shows new PS5 smaller, lighter heatsink keeps console cooler. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Ron Wyden points out the collateral damage to privacy that came after 9/11. Christian nationalists behind drive to replace California's Newsom and install Larry Elder, report. Trump plans visit to Ground Zero after attacking Biden on 9/11 anniversary, report. Trump uses 9/11 anniversary address to launch attack on Joe Biden. Just shoot me, Afghan star recalls surreal Kabul escape. Trump administration's accidental disclosure includes explosive evidence of Saudi involvement in 9/11 attack, report. 9/11 and the birth of Trump's big lie. Scientists debate promise, peril of tweaking wild genomes. COVID vaccines hold up against severe Delta, U.S. data. Search for time capsule at General Lee statue comes up empty. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The weather feels the same. The messy truth about carbon footprints. California to become first state to ban non-consensual condom removal, or stealthing. New poll shows California voters want to keep Governor Gavin Newsom. Take a minute for 40 things that have actually gotten better. Biden criticizes GOP governors for being so cavalier about COVID-19. Hurricane Ida left a huge water crisis in its wake. Inside the wild, Twitter-fueled race to airlift dogs from Afghanistan. It's not too late to learn the lessons we didn't learn from 9/11. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. The Pacific Northwest has the most sightings of Bigfoot, so here's where to go squatching, the travel. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Looking for interstellar monuments, Scientific American. Lee Wolverton, welcome to the darkness, opinion, columnists WVGazetteMail.com, Charleston Gazette Mail. California's Dixie Fire roars back to life, threatens new communities, SF Gate. Antenna searching for ET threatened by wildfire, SETI Institute. What's Eating the Universe, Review, A Pocket Guide to the Cosmos, The Wall Street Journal. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Kreba and Krebin to identified neurons gate long-term memory formation in Drosophila, pnas.org. Increasing and decreasing interregional brain coupling increases and decreases oscillatory activity in the human brain, pnas.org. NervGen Pharma announces results of annual general meeting of shareholders, straightinsider.com. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Top 10 best medicinal mushroom supplements to buy in 2021, Kenai Peninsula Online. Solving the problem of death, 150 seems to be an outer age limit, and here's why, Genetic Literacy Project. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, September 11th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.